Hello, welcome to the Complete Jenkins course. In this introduction lecture, we'll see what this course covers and what you will learn from this course. In the first section, we'll develop a conceptual understanding of continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment, and the difference between those concepts. Then, we'll talk about different phases of adopting continuous integration into your organization. We'll give a brief introduction to Jenkins and the history of Jenkins. Next, we'll learn how to install Jenkins on your local computer. No matter whether you are using Windows, Mac, or Linux, you will be able to follow along. Then, we'll get to know Jenkins master and slave architecture, develop our understanding of some of the most important Jenkins terminologies, such as jobs, builds, and nodes. And we'll try out our first Jenkins job, which simply prints out "Hello World" in the console. In Section 2, we're going to create and run a Maven project, since Jenkins natively understands Maven and offers excellent features for Maven-based projects. This project involves checking out source code from GitHub, compiling, running unit tests, and packaging the application. In the end of Section 2, we'll cover other Jenkins build triggers, such as trigger build remotely, build after other projects are built, and build periodically. In Section 3, we'll be focused on continuous inspection. We're going to learn how to produce code quality and code coverage report, such as check style report, for our Maven project. We would also talk about Jenkins support for other build systems, such as Apache Ant and Gradle. In Section 4, we're going to extend our existing Jenkins job to an automated continuous delivery pipeline, which will deploy our application to a staging and production environment. In this section, we'll create multi-stage Jenkins jobs and visualize the complicated build pipeline with Jenkins Build Pipeline plugin. We would also cover how to shorten the build time by running projects in parallel. In Section 5, we'll see how to scale our Jenkins workflow with Jenkins master and slave architecture to deploy and configure a multi-node Jenkins cluster in the cloud environment. In the end, we would also look at some advanced tricks, such as labeling Jenkins nodes, so that we can reserve some specific Jenkins nodes for certain kinds of jobs. That's it for this introduction lecture. I'll see you later.